Carrie Fox had no regrets about filming real-life oral sex scene with Mark Rylance for controversial film. Kerry Fox said she had no regrets about filming the real oral sex scene in controversial movie. The taboo aspect of sex scenes in movies has died down a lot in recent years, with some going on to become the first of their kind in regards to representation. However, 20 or so years ago, a prominent sex scene in a film could cause waves among the public and media. Fox was involved in one of the most controversial British films at the turn of the millennium, which featured numerous sex scenes. One of these scenes was a real, unstimulated oral sex scene that she performed with co-star Sir Mark Rylance. The film was called Intimacy, which was released in 2001 and followed a bartender, Rylance, who has weekly sex with a woman he doesn't know, Kerry Fox, and then starts to develop feelings for her. Speaking to Wall Street Journal in 2013, he said, "It's my mistake, but I felt Patrice, set director, put undue pressure on me on set to do that." And in web chat for The Guardian, the trial of the Chicago 7-star also stated intimacy was the most difficult job I've ever had, and that he wished he hadn't made it. However, Fox had a completely different outlook on the experience, revealing that she had no regrets in doing the film. Speaking to The Times in 2015, she said that the film had influenced her career, albeit sometimes not positively, but that filming Intimacy is not one of her regrets. "My career went into a big dip immediately after Intimacy, but that was partly because I got pregnant. So I was fired from my next role, and partly because of the age I was turning 32. Fox then went on to explain how, as a woman in Hollywood at the time, you had to play a character in her late 20s and nothing else. In the age of internet porn today, it's hard to believe the reaction to the film, but it only caused a fuss here. She continued to say, "In Germany, the response was really wonderful and mature," adding that the film was never meant to be popular, unlike 50 Shades of Grey. What extremely interested Fox about the film was how we get to trust people. She said that she and the film's director, Patrice Chéreau, spoke about how great it would be to do a truthful film about sex. Fox also spoke about her co-worker's regret, adding that she supposed that was the point of taking these risks, because you aren't sure how you are going to react. Calling Intimacy a censorship landmark, she said, "You can't control how it will affect your career, but if you don't take risks, you're destined for a life of boring work." Sandra Bullock opened up about the time she accidentally showed off a bit more of her body than she intended while filming a nude scene. The 59-year-old star was shooting a scene for the 2009 rom-com The Proposal, which recently landed on Netflix alongside Ryan Reynolds. Nude scenes are all part and parcel of being a Hollywood star and being the consummate professional she is. Bullock was unfazed by getting her kid off, even when things didn't exactly go to plan. In the scene, Bullock's character is looking for a towel and ends up running slap-bang into Reynolds' character, while both of them are completely nude, knocking him to the floor and landing on top of him. Awkward, eh? And it seems things were almost as awkward when it came to the filming of the scene. In an interview, the Oscar-winning actor explained, "You have things covering up your essential parts, but they get unstuck. And oddly enough, we didn't care because we were so tired. No one was like, 'Sandra, your vagina is hanging out? Cover it up.' I'm like, 'Oh, sorry.' And the crew would be like, 'Geez, her nipple is showing.' They weren't titillated. They were unhappy because they knew we had to retake the shot. They're like, 'We want to go to lunch. Cover the nip.' So that's pretty much how the day went. Just another day at the office, eh?" Despite the frustrations of some members of the crew, Bullock still found time to compliment her Bullock says, "The nudity was appropriate for the film. I had to be buck naked. The big thing was that it was funny. And the only way it could be funny was if you saw my whole body." Anne Fletcher, the director, was amazing in how she choreographed it because we knew we couldn't show anything too explicit. "I had a little bit more area to cover than Ryan did, so it was a little trickier for me. But I can talk about Ryan's penis if you want. I mean, if I looked like him, I'd be naked all the time." What higher compliment could you hope to receive? Not that there weren't ground rules laid down when it came to getting in the buff. Gravity Star recalls, I was like, I will do this naked scene only if I can be humiliated and funny. You will not see me trying to attempt being sexy naked in real life or on screen. There's just no point in it. It was for that reason, with a friend that you trusted comedically. And safety-wise, I knew I was in the presence of safety.